Good evening and welcome. I am so sorry for the late start to this evening's stream. I had a lot of technical difficulties getting this game up and running in OBS. So, after so much time, we are finally at the penultimate game of the Myst series, which is Uru, Ages Beyond Myst. So this is the game that they tried to make into an online game, but after the first failure of the game, they decided to tweak the puzzles a little bit and release it as a single-player game. So I decided that I would play the single-player version of it in this Remembering the Journey series so that I could take my time, do my own thing, and not have to rely on... Oh, pardon me. not have to rely on the random chance of actually having anybody else playing at the time to help me solve the puzzles. Because there are at least a couple in the Path of the Shell that require at least 2 people to solve. Now, without further ado, I've got things in all sorts of awkward places, to the point that I've actually got my phone on a Gorilla Pod so that I can see when people are talking to me, like you, Dragon. Hello. And as always with these games, I am going to try and play them in the proper way, rather than just blitzing through all the puzzle answers that I know. Because we're back to one of those games that I've played over and over and over again, then I just know the answers. And once again, I'm streaming from not my own home, so rather than having my pretty note paper cards, I've actually just noting directly into the book. But on the upside, I do have my puppies. Maxie, Cyrus, Kimmy. Hello, Cyrus. Oh no. The camera's cutting out your head, puppy. You're a good boy. Okay, up there now. Go back to bed. Yeah. Pip. Good boy. So, this is the point where the game starts when you play the single player version, which is a desert. I do not like these controls. How do I get back into first person? F1. There we go. Okay. Private property, no trespassing. Trespassing for any purpose is strictly prohibited. Violators will be prosecuted. Property owner, Elias Zandi. DRP? New Mexico. Ah, well. Let's head over to that windmill over there. Oh. And see what's up. Caravan. Now the question is, do I dump lore and mechanics as soon as I pop up, or do I wait until the story has developed a little bit more? Keep on looking around.
Hey, welcome. So, I'm Zandy. I probably know more about why you're here than you do. Don't worry about it. You felt drawn here, just like the others. Now, I'm not really here to give you answers, just to give you help and get you started. She's left a message for you in the cleft. Listen to it well. Follow her. Find the journals. And then enter the tree. Oh, and check with me if you need help.
She's left a message. In the cleft. Okay. Autoruns going to be turned on for this. Okay, for those of you who have read the books, you will probably recognize this cleft. It is the cleft where Atris and his grandmother Anna lived after she returned from Dunny. Our dearest Yisha, last night your mother had a dream. We know that some futures are not cast by writer or maker, but the dream tells that Dunny will grow again someday. New seekers of Dunny will flow in from the desert, feeling called to something they do not understand. But the dream also tells of a desert bird with the power to weave this new Dunny's future. We fear such power. It changes people. Yisha, our desert bird. Your search seems to take you further away from us. I hope that what you will find will bring you closer. Your father, Atris. I will use them to bring me the least. Impossible. Now his burden is mine. What I have found must be returned. Ah. Okay, the controls are pretty janky. Or at least they are after not having played this for a few years. There was once a time that I would be playing this every day. power. Okay, kind of skipped a step there. That lever unlocks the windmill. Now, if we return to Zandy, he tends to tell you a slightly less cryptic clue as for the next part of what to do.
Sometimes the windmill seizes up. Try starting it by hand.
Because this part of the game is the tutorial to explain how the game works. But I have spent so long in this game that I don't need the help anymore. Okay, so we have power again. Actually, yes, I did need to have that closed.
Oh yes, not in Denis, they won't understand. Once again, the stream in the cleft has begun to flow. It was dry for so long. The water is flowing in from the desert. The storm is coming. Have you heard of the city? The deep city, the ancient Uru? Where there was power to right worlds. For thousands of years, the city lived beneath the surface. Keeper of the secret. Keeper of the power. Keeper of the ages. Always keeping. The city grew proud. And then it died. The water flows where it wills. It seeks its own path uncontrolled, except that it flows downward, always downward. Denis, the city of ages, of other worlds, died. But now it breathes again. It awaits. Some will seek that destination, but you should seek the journey. It's as a fine tapestry, complex beyond comprehension, but now torn. We will show you remnants, pieces of the tapestry, pieces of the journey. Find these remnants, these journeys. 7 in each age. 7 here in the desert. Consider it a quest. No, a request. Worship. The water flows downward, and there it pools and collects, and finally, once again, it reaches the roots, and the tree begins to grow again. I am Isha. My parents brought me to this place. We will bring you.
So a journey cloth. Seven defined in each age. And there is this one also here. I did glimpse it before, but I chose to not even look at it at the time. And there's the other one on the back of the door, which is why I remembered the fact that I needed to have it closed. Now there was one more that I glimpsed while journeying around. On the back of Zandy's trailer. There are two more to find. Get that message to your friend. I had actually totally forgotten about this song until about 4 days ago, when I just remembered everything about it. It is another piece of music by Peter Gabriel. It is available on Spotify. It's called Burn You Up, Burn You Down. I could listen to Zandy's hints for the last two cloths, but I'll just go straight out and get them. Because as much as I love the desert here on Earth, we gotta get going to get the rest of the game underway. Oh, I had forgotten about that feature actually. When you pick up new clothing items, you actually automatically wear them. And the piece of clothing that I picked up was Duddy goggles. And if you remember from when I played through Riven, the sequel to Myst, here are some old relics from the age. A skeleton of a wark, and the remnants of the telescope. And this is how we as a player were able to return home for the star fissure opened above us. So this is where the Myst linking book landed all those years ago when Atris first left. Slinky, hello, welcome for the raid. Thank you for the raid. Welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so yes, alerts. I have those now. Well, strap yourself in, Snags, and come with me on this journey. Of which I've just about to finish this part of. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go back up. Because there was one more thing that I wanted to look at in here. Which were these drawings. Which were Atris's designs for using the geothermal vents of the volcano to generate power. Well, abduction is actually on my to play list after I finish End of Ages. Yes, please, Slinky, you can go right ahead and ban those ones. Okay, give me one moment here. I will. Oh, if anybody happens to have watched ye old Survivor back in the day, you should remember this music quite well. Because... oh, it's something like that, but they actually ended up using... I don't know if it was actually this particular piece or if it's another piece that appears later in the game for their tribal council. There we have Yesha's Mandala. The volcano under the night sky. The great city Uru with caves of the least up above. A book, and I've just realized that I've never actually thought before this to check out what that actually says in the middle, but I'm pretty sure it just says Yesha. Okay, I don't know what that alert was. And a path. Now that I'm looking at it closely, I'm guessing that's the Great Shaft, which the Dunny people many, many years before Great shafts are fun. uh, so, in the timeline of Myst, yeah, Myst, Riven, Exile, Revelations, Uru, End of Ages. The Book of Dunny fits in between Exile and Revelations, I believe. Or maybe it fits in before that. No, before that, because Atris and Catherine don't have Tamana. Between Riven and Exile is where Book of Dunny fits. The Book of Atris takes part before Myst. The Book of Tiana takes place before that because it's about his grandmother. The very start of that, the Dunny are trying to build a shaft up to the surface because they live in a cavern underneath. Shit happens. They axe the project, but the shaft remains. And we have Yesha herself. uh, Nothing wrong with a little bit of lewd. I love the fact that you just pick the book up and use it as it's intended. You don't have any sort of... Now, this is a very special book. Because if you notice how I put it on my belt, in the other games, when you use a book, it tends to remain in place. But this one actually travels with the linker, and this is my Relto. This is my Relto. Because it was intended to be an online game, of course you needed a place to call home. And if you're the keen observer, and those who have watched my previous playthroughs, or even just those who have played the Myst series before, you probably recognize the shape of this island. Yisha has made the island of Relto, the high place, the place in the clouds, look like Myst Island. There's the spire of stone that the Tower Observatory sits on, the plateau that the gears rest upon. This is where the dock sits with the sunken ship. The island for the clock tower, the pine forest, the path to the rocket ship. The hydrants even take position where the stone ship age pillars go. And, of course, the library. She's looking very, very dark. That's better. Now, because this is Uru Complete Chronicles, and not just Uru Ages Beyond Myst, we have a few extra books in here. Okay, that one is a journal so that you can type your own notes. Okay, this one is a hint book for Ages Beyond Myst. Dunning new rules in a way that I can explain them properly. Okay, so here we have a picture of one of the ages and the hydrant that it belongs to. Teledan, the truth of a man is found in the darkness beneath the surface. Some light might reveal only what some men want to be seen. Regel Tavok Urpa, Book 9, Entry 221, Item 29. Gahreesen, the laws contrived by the proud are their security and their undoing. Such laws make disobedience a virtue and obedience a sin. Regel Tavok Urpa, Book 12, Entry 32, Item 134. Kadish Tolesa. Only the way only the way a man is when he is hidden is how he is. A shallow glimpse can deceive. Look deep, ponder, and recognize all that is hidden. Regel Tavok Urpa, Book 9, Entry 221, Item 77. Edakimo and Edagira. When all is taken from one, the only hope that remains is what is given by another. Through this giving, both are redeemed. Regaltavok Urpa, Book 2, Entry 1071, Item 54. Now, I actually like to do these slightly out of order, with doing Gahreesen first. And that is because you get something from Gahreesen that is handy for everywhere else. Okay, mushrooms of Teledan, the trees of Kadish Tolisa, the fish of Edakimo, the maintainer's logo of Gahreesen. And I actually like to open up all these before linking so that I can just easily tell which book I still have yet to use. However, once you use the book from here, it gets shifted to the bookshelf. And because this is an online, was designed to be an online game, these locks across the top here, you could actually flip up, and then when you brought visitors to your age, they could use any books that has the lock open. So what's this one? Yes, that one is to the city, and this one is to the Watcher's Sanctuary. Nice, of course, because it's the path of the shell. Right, we're doing this one first. Now, Gahreesen is actually a maintainer's age. The Guild of Maintainers were one of the Dunny guilds, one of the many Dunny guilds, and they were the policing force. So the police, the military, basically anything that fell under defense laws, all that kind of stuff, the maintainers maintained. And their sigil, which you can see, is an eye overlooking a book. DRC, Dunny Restoration Council. A group from Earth who managed to find Dunny and wanted to restore it to its former glory. Please retrieve your key. And that is exactly why I chose Gahreesen first. And we do have baro slates hidden around the place, which are fantastic stones which work like linking books. No, I didn't want to do that again. The key has camera a mute button, and the off switch. In the online version, that is the way that we communicate with each other. It can even communicate across the void between worlds. Which means that you don't actually have to be on the same age in order to talk to anyone. A neighborhood in the great city. I could talk about that and explain exactly how it works, but spoilers. One of my favourite phrases from Doctor Who. Spoilers, sweetie. And thank you, Slink, for getting rid of all those bots. I've been meaning to get around to doing that. I do need to go down there. There are these pretty pages hidden all over the place. Notice the Yesha mandala on it. If you click on that, it adds a page to the Relto book. And when the page is activated, it adds things to your Relto. Now I can't wait to actually find a journey cloth, the first journey cloth in this one, because they have a function that I haven't yet been able to show you guys, because I haven't been able to link. And that is waypoints. So, now that I've activated that cloth, I can use a special cloth that's appeared in will now appear in the linking book to link to that cloth, rather than having to start every journey here from the linking spot. Now the reason why there's all these cages here is that anybody who came linking into Gahreesen had to relinquish any books that they were carrying. Because Gahreesen isn't just a maintainer's age, it is their prison age. and you know, so there's sort of a beetle-like sigil. They housed beetles in these cages, which would make noise, sing, chirp, whatever you want to call it, in the presence of, if they detected any ink. And therefore nobody could actually get through without... Oh. Nobody could actually enter Gahreesen if they were still carrying a book. In order so that if they were here to visit a prisoner, they couldn't provide an escaping linking book to said prisoner. Now the DRC have been all through these ages as well. Oh yes, and this is a sniper's hide. With perfect access to the link in well and the one door out. And I'm at the end of the road, so there is a crevice in this moving wall. Eventually, that we can hide in. So that we can get to another part of the building. And that part of the building is the power room. Now, there is a journey cloth here somewhere. There it is. So, massive gear in the ground with a couple of locks. Switches on the wall that provide power. And the only thing that I can say that this is like a generator of some description. Generally provides power so long as it is moving and can't remember if that was enough to do them. Yes! Okay, so the gear is unlocked. And I just need to activate it. And now I don't have to worry about that thing anymore. Doors have power. The down elevator has now power, and the up elevator now has power. And if I didn't have a key, then these doors would not open for me. I'm just going to remember my way down to this level so that I can get out. And this is why we had such trippy shadows in the well. The whole structure is moving. As is that one over there. And I'm really annoyed because I just missed the island. Actually, I think I've got to come... Is there something on this island that I needed to get as well? Must have just been to show the 0 point. So in all ages that the maintainers have inspected, they will place a 0 point, or a 0 point marker on some standout feature. And no, I can't jump back up onto that. Nope. So an email from my supervisor had slipped and fell and started working on my thesis. That sounds nasty to have to start on that at this time of night. Yes, are you okay after your fall? One of those. Why in the hell are you getting an email at 11 PM type things? Okay, now I don't think there's a. Ooh! One more piece of law that explains why these structures are rotating. It was a horrible glitch of the ground does not exist. I can't remember which is the fastest path. This is the fastest path. Yay! So, with this game being able to being three-dimensional, being able to run around, jump off things, rather than having you actually fall to your death and die or anything stupid like that, you instead do a panic link. Which is before you actually hit the ground or fall into lava or something like that, you use the Relto book. Okay, one last try. And if it still doesn't work... After speaking to another teacher the other day and mentioning the fact that I have ADHD and all that and all that jazz, and she went, "Yeah, a lot of us have it here. In that, a lot of us, rather than a lot of others have it, kind of thing." I'm starting to think that, at least in the teaching profession, there's probably about... It's feeling like there's about half of the teachers have it. I think it's broken. So, let's move on and do my... we won't do my favourite age. Let's do my least favourite age. Tadelma, the Age of Mushrooms. Now, in the online version of this game, there was a very common glitch with this age, which unfortunately I was struck with, where no matter what I interacted with in this age, it would crash my game. Yes, go sleep, Slinky. Have a good night. And the problem with that was, like, I could touch the journey cloth, it would crash my game, but it would register. But everything else that I interacted with, it just died. So I just ended up having to get friends in to solve the age for me, and I just followed them around and touched all the linking panels. Fortunately, that glitch doesn't exist in complete Chronicles. Okay. Now this is an interesting one, because if you notice the sun that rotates around the sky, this happy little symbol is the Dunny numeral for 3. Canonically, it is also on the back of the backside of the key. And if you look at the symbols, it kind of looks like KI. But key, this number is 3, so... press the thing 3 times. To activate it. Now. The aim for this one is to get the sun into the central circle. Oh yes, it does have power. There it is. If I've done that correctly. roof. As sort of bad as the graphics are, I've always thought that this game is so beautiful. The bucket on the what can be repurposed as an elevator. Now down here we have two dunny numbers, a 1 followed by a 7. Now, dunny numbers are base 25. Which is a lot of fun when talking about maths. Which means that the easiest way to explain it is the number system that we most commonly use on Earth is base 10, which means that it is the 10th number that goes up in place value, or the value 10 is the first number that gets written as 10. Binary, which is base 2, does that at the number 2, which is why it goes 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Now, with dunny being base 25, their number that is written as 1, 0, or in their language, Faerun, is 25. So any number that is in the 25s column, as opposed to the 10s column, is that value multiplied by 25. So having a 1 there means that it's 25 plus 7, which is 32. I don't actually know if that actually has any bearing in this at the moment, but it's still fun. Douglas Sharper filling in a warranty registration card. Oh, I wish I could read this handwriting. He is larger than them. And this is one that I definitely need to take note of. Okay, so here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which, until you figure out what's going on with the numbers, looks really complicated and really annoying. But if you notice 1 and 5, so the 5 is just a 1 that's been rotated 90 degrees. And then 6 is a 5 with a 1 drawn over it. 7 is 5 and 2. So the symbology kind of follows kind of a similar pattern than what Roman numerals do. Kind of. So 8 is the 3 with the horizontal line through the middle of it. So it's 5 plus 3. 9 is this little happy little box with the line through the middle of it to make 9. But what about 10? 10 is the curved symbol of the 2 rotated 90 degrees. So it's the curve at the bottom. And again, curve at the bottom with a line for 1, 2 curves for, so that would be 11, 2 curves for 12, curve with an arrow for 13, curve with a box for 14. 15 is the arrow pointing down with the line. 16, arrow pointing down with the half circle. 17, 2 arrows, which kind of make a three sides of a square. 18, arrow with the box is 19. Box rotated 90 degrees, so it's in the top right corner. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 1, 0, 25. They do also have their own symbol for 25, which is basically the 6 rotated 45 degrees to make an X. But enough of that. Fryman Safe Haven series. Warranty information card. Thank you for your purchase of the Fryman Safe Haven 3. As with all our aquariums, the Safe Haven models come with a 1-year unlimited warranty. In order to take full advantage of the Fryman guarantee, please fill out the registration card you receive with your aquarium. Accessing the safe. For Safe Haven 2 models, the lower portion of the tank is accessed via the Safe button. This Safe button is located directly above the patented central feeding hole on the back side of the aquarium. For Safe Haven 3 and 4 models, the Safe button is built into the light on-off switch. Simply press the light switch for longer than 3 seconds and the lower portion of the tank will open. Safe Haven 4 model owners will also be required to enter a combination in order to open the safe portion of the tank after the lower portion has been raised. The combination from the factory is the last 6 digits of the registration number. Of course, the combination can be changed at any time by following the instructions on the separate insert entitled Changing Your Safe's Combination. Safe Haven 3 shown for purposes of illustration only. Your aquarium may differ depending on model. Fryman Aquatics and Supply Liability Limited to Fryman Aquatics and Supply Liability Limited to parts and labour of aquarium and safe. Warranty for contents of safe neither expressed nor implied. Copyright 1996, Fryman Aquatics and Supply, all rights reserved. And a maintainer's helmet. Let's see what's inside this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A DRC stamped book. Now, one of these images. Ugh. I don't know why the music is glitching so much. Must have only been added for the online game. Oh yeah, I'm glitching bad. It's like seeing myself. Dr. Watson, big problems. The house on Nolliben is not empty. I met someone there today. My Dunny isn't great, but I spoke with him for a while. Yeah, he's Dunny, and as we figured, he knows a lot about the creatures. A whole lot. We obviously need a meeting ASAP. Douglas Sharper, 2004. January 23rd, 2004. So seeing the Patriots go another Super Bowl land, hopefully go to another Super Bowl and hopefully win, is obviously on my mind compared to what I've returned to here in Dunny. What happened? I'm hearing that the DRC is leaving the whole thing behind. Watson is not returning. Kodama, Laxman, Sutherland, all of the little guys. Nick, Simpson, I never saw it coming. Enberg even. They are claiming funds, but I wonder if it was something more than that. I thought I would have a lot to write today, but mine is going everywhere. I've come to love the place. The officers, the creatures, the people, the game, even the DRC. I'm stunned. It is really going to come to an end? The disagreements of the past are no longer separating us. Obviously. Had a good talk with Kodama and Laxman today. They are disappointed and saddened, frustrated. Poor Laxman is still working on the keys. Says he's standardizing keys and implementing some kind of a remote upgrade. Except for that, they are beginning to close things down. They seem to know what happened to Watson. Apparently, he spoke to Kodama at least once since that day long ago. Neither wanted to go there, so I let it go. Regardless, there was a glint in her eyes. Maybe not too surprising for Laxman, but Kodama? The man never has an ounce of glint. Seems they have a journey they'd like to take. 30th of January. Laxman must have seen the light. Key Lattice is going down to base features before he heads up. I'm heading up to the surface myself. Houston for the Super Bowl. Another championship is just what I need right now. I'll be back. 5th of February. Champions again. Not sure I could have asked for a better game, regardless of the halftime debacle. Have to admit though, I thought the big victory would be enough, but I still find myself troubled down here. February 4th. February 9th, I should say. Two, 1, 7, 5, 5, 8, neg 81. What is it? A coordinate? Why is Zandy sending this thing out? The gathered will tell the path of the shell? What? Spoke with Nick last night. He's already heading back to the northwest somewhere. I'd like to see the kid again someday. Good kid. I'll miss him. I think Flocker has left as well. Another good guy. 11th of Feb. Went to the spy room today, and not quite the same anymore. I missed the intrigue and found myself saddened at the thought of it all going away. No reason to go through the trouble of making the backside secure anymore. Looking back, I realised how lax I was. Anyone could have found the book. I assumed the backside of Teledan was secure, but it obviously wasn't. If they were all seeing not if they were all seeing Shroomy. And to think, if there had been two of them, all they had to do was close the door and their friend would have seen the book. I guess none of it matters now. Don't suppose anyone will be going to the slave caves anytime soon. Oh well. I'm a little ashamed that I'd forgotten about Phil. I suppose the surface strips, football games, and obviously events down here had caused me to forget about him. His Relto book was in the spy room. I paid the area a little visit, a memorial of sorts. I assume he is officially dead now, although I should ask the boys. 13th of Feb. My god, I may have killed him. Is this 28th of February? There is no life here, literally and figuratively. They've all gone. I'm stuck alone with the thought that Phil may have died because of me. I've talked to a number of the DRC about it. They never found a body, but apparently a destroyed key was found at the bottom of where the precipice once stood. No one wanted to say it, but I've had the dream twice now. Phil's standing up there, confident in his ability to return to his Relto at any time. The first crack, still confident, enjoying the thrill. Another crack of stone, and the tower begins to break. He reaches down to grab the Relto book, just to be ready. It's then that he realizes that it's gone. He turns to escape, but he's already falling. A cry for help that those who were there heard. He has no chance because I took the book. The rubble buries him forever. No, I have to believe it didn't happen that way. First of March. 217558 -81 has appeared on my desk again. I thought everyone was gone. Zandy? If I don't do anything else, I have to find this place before I leave here. I'm supposed to. Zandy wouldn't send it out if there wasn't a reason for it. If it is him, maybe I'll find some answers. Watson, Phil, the DRC, the failure. Do these coordinates hold the answers? 18th of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Is someone else here? I'm not sure. I'm alone anymore. I'm going to have to be careful. So he's been down here for 6 months by himself. 14th November 1997. Looks like they've agreed to let me take control of Teledan. Time to start a journal officially. 17th of the 11th? Maybe not. Kadama popped in, going on about his inspections in his usual arrogant manner. What a joke. 24th. Now it's Watson's turn. Acted as though he was chatting, but I could tell he was looking all over, checking on my progress, or maybe making sure I can be trusted. I'll just get used to it. 25th of the 11th. Time to move forward. DRC isn't going to change anytime soon. 15th of December. Merry Christmas. Going up for a few months. Can't take this red tape anymore. 29th of January 98. Yay for Broncos. Patriots should have been there. Stupid Steelers. Okay, maybe Teledan will help me figure out all this. 15th of February. Looks like I'm going to need Watson after all. I found all kinds of journals and notes upstairs that I'm going to need translated. I think Watson is going to let one of his assistants help me out. Sam. Sam is not the fastest translator I've ever seen. I don't think he's even started. Kadama came by again today. March 3rd. Spotted something today. Creature of some kind. Forgetting the history of this place for now. Forget the history of this place for now. I've got to see that thing again. 7th of March. Saw her again. Wow, what a beautiful beauty. 9th of March. She's very sensitive to sound. Startles like an antelope. I'm estimating she's a good 40 feet. Killer whale type. Hard shell though. 18th of March. No sign of her in this area, at least. Sam said he's going to have some time next week. At this rate. 25th March. She showed up again. I saw her eating. She likes the flappers, feeds on them, pretty quick and agile for her size. Surprised me. Of course those flappers aren't real bright. Those who weren't eaten went right back to the spot and waited for her to show up again. Looks like this place was written in 8990 for a Dunny Lord. Guild of Caterers. 250th birthday present. If I am over 250, someone better give me something better than this place. 5th of April. Sam is busy again. Did get me some more translations though. Seems like the mushrooms were used for some kind of delicacy. To be honest, I'm not sure Sam got that one right. Doesn't make a lot of sense, not with what I'm seeing. 7th of April. Watson told me Sam is too busy to help me. I'm going to have to learn this language myself, or find someone who can actually help me. 8th of April. Watched her for a while today. Definitely feeds on the flappers close to the shore. Also feeds on mushrooms. 15th April. Does she ever feed on mushrooms? Watched her completely destroy one today. Brought the whole thing down and fed for some time until scared off by something. 17th. Mushroom is gone. Probably sank. Kadama came by again today and I was glad the girl wasn't around. Last thing I need. "14th of May. My birthday. 1. The flappers like the spores. 2. The creatures like the flappers. 3. She's scared to death of loud sounds. If I get this equipment running, she's gone. Heading up in a week, going to try and get this gate down before I go. See if she'll come in while I'm gone. 12th of the 8th. 3 mushrooms were down. Seems all of them were a particular kind. She was in the lagoon. I think I could have taken her out, but not yet. DRC would have a fit, probably kick me out or something. She's definitely an air breather. Could hear her today, sleeping on the surface. Could hear her today, sleeping on the surface. Kadama followed me here and scared the heck out of her. She woke and shot out of here, fast. Kadama never saw her. Apparently some new guy is learning Dunny and wants to work with me. We'll see. There are quite a few new people coming down. A group from some game company was recently here, and there was quite a stir. I met a few of them. Nice guys. August 15th. Haven't seen her for a full month. I'm going to start working on the equipment here. Can't wait forever, and the DRC is getting on me. As though they owned the place. 1st of September. The tower is almost working. Need some tools from the surface. No sign of Shrui. Met the new guy, Nick. Nice guy. This might be real good. Smart guy, picking up Dunny fast. He's going to keep at it, but I gave him some material to study in the meantime. 5th of November. Quick trip up and back down. Tower is working. Nick dropped off some translation, and it all matches the old stuff. He's working on new material now. Tower is powered and more projects. 14th of the 11th. These buckets are a mess. So is the elevator. Have found some kind of pump mechanism to get that water out. I think all of it will have to wait. I'm heading back up for holidays and end of season. Tickets to Monday night game against the Miami Patriots still in the playoffs. Hint. Patriots still in the playoff hunt. 7th of January 99. Patriots out, back down. Nick is more than I could have hoped for. Seems up for keeping the translation out of the DRC's hands. Has had some bad experiences with Kadama and Enberg and in my camp now. Perfect. Apparently, Hinash only owned the age for 10 years. At his death, Teledan was left to the Guild of Caterers who installed the equipment that I'm working on today. Some of the translation has actually been rather helpful. I think I can get the pump working. Was never meant for water, but I think it would pump out. Was never meant for water, but I think it would pump out the water. Nick says there is quite a bit about a guild captain Ventus, who ran the age for quite a few years and directed the industrialization of the place. Did quite a job apparently, although Nick is still reading. Signs of Shroomy, but I haven't seen her for a long time, and I'm not going to stop working on the equipment now. Apparently no mention of her in the stuff Nick is reading. February 4th. Pump works, although I'm keeping the water there. Nice form of protection to the other side, at least until I discover what it was used for. That's Nick's job now. I have my ideas though. Seems as though Ventus installed the gate to keep Shroomy out of here. Didn't like her eating his mushrooms. Good idea. February 6th. Ventus maybe wasn't so great after all. Ruined the place, turned it into what we see now. Explains the differences in early descriptions to the later ones. Seems the age was auctioned off, and that's all of the official records. Nick can share those with the DRC, I don't mind. February 8th. Showed Nick some of the manuscripts that I've kept hidden. I'm quite sure I can trust him. He's given the official report to Watson and the others and is willing to do these extra translations on the side. Good man. March 1st. Watson, Kadama and Sutherland came by today. It was pre-arranged, so they didn't see anything they didn't need to. They seem satisfied with the work I'm doing, although the fact they continue to check on me still drives me mad. They say they want the age ready for visitors relatively soon. I didn't realize that anyone and everyone would be allowed access to the place, but why not? I suppose I still have my areas. March 4th. Big argument today with Watson. Upset I didn't share with him all that Nick had translated. Miscommunication though. I'm happy Nick has kept his mouth closed regarding the other. Regardless, I can't take their nitpicking. I'm heading to the surface for a long trip, returning to Africa again with the fellows. Don't know when I'll be back here. Nick knows to keep things quiet. I've set things up for Shroomy to return, and I have plans to bring down some new items. Look forward to returning a long time from now. February 15th, 2000. Almost a year later. Back to Teledan again. The surface trip triggered some ideas for here that I think I'll be exploring. Some talks with Enberg might be in order soon. Nick has got a load of translation done. I'm going to try and summarize as best as I can, if I can remember everything. This place was owned by a fellow named Menesmo. The man apparently got the place cheap somewhere. He started the harvesting of spores again. It seems the age had corrected itself over time. Bread, apparently, they were making. The same delicacy Dunny had raved about before. Made a decent amount of money. However, he was doing lots of stuff in the dark. Slave trading. I'm sure Watson would have a fit if he knew this. His precious Dunny, where they were going, we can't find out. But it explains the cages and the whole backside of this place. Really, hiding from maintainers, I suppose. We found some more mention of Shroomy as well. Menesmo saw her pretty frequently. They even found her nest. I'm heading out tomorrow to see. As far as Shroomy herself, she has been here, but was not here when I arrived. Shrooms have managed to disappear, and she broke a walkway on the backside. Have to fix that now. 17th February. No nest. Remains, yes, but she's obviously not been here for a long time. This place is much bigger than I thought. Learned that today. The DRC is getting pretty serious about letting people down here. They've moved to the island and are trying to get portions of the city open for visitors, moving headquarters to a building there as well. I suppose I'm going to have to get serious about it as well. They're going to make me if I don't, so back to the equipment. Cars are giving me all kinds of trouble. So is this ridiculous elevator, and I don't know why. I'm making a quick trip to the surface for parts. Back with parts, Nick has found out that slaves were going to be to a place called Rubeck. Haven't heard of it myself. I'm going to ask Watson tomorrow. Watson has heard of it. Says they've been there. Asked how I knew, and I realised it was a mistake to ask about it. Told him Nick told me, and fortunately Nick told me later he had been doing some official translation for the age. Lucky me, be more careful. Found a new book today, a very special book. It's 28th of May. Cars are working. Why they need to work, I don't know, but apparently the DRC wants this place restored to its original condition. So, cars are working. 2nd of July. Elevators work. Finally, Nick tells me this Rubeck age was amazing, but he was pulled off of it. games with the slaves from here were played there. Hunting game of sorts. I'm not for hunting people, but the game does sound fun. Doubt Watson will want to approve that age too fast. August 2nd. DRC is planning on opening this place up in 2002. They, of course, haven't bothered to tell me that, but regardless, it's true. Working on getting some lights going in here. I have a feeling inspections will be increasing. August 10th. Watson informed me of the plans today. 2002 is the target. Thanks. August 12th. Nick stopped by and we've got a little more information. Looks like there's some kind of weapon in our hands. At least it could be used as a weapon. After the lights. So much. Okay, let's hope that... Okay, at least I could use the auto book. Okay. Let's reload this. It's going well enough at this stage, Dragon. I just decided to reload the game because I was glitching a bit too much. Maybe I should return to Gahreesen and see if that's fixed up the... finish. We'll finish Teledan. And then get to bed. I was reading one of those journals, but after however long reading it out, I realized that I had not yet even made it halfway through that particular journal, so I went, screw it. I really should go and read all the journals properly while I'm doing this, because there are so many in this game. And it explains a lot of the background to the game, like what the DRC were doing and all that jazz. Shroomy. Slaves. Okay. Now I can't remember if it is 1, 3, and 5 needs the pressure plates triggered, or if it's the other 4. There we go, and his hidey hole is actually pretty simple to find. Spy room. Forgot all about Bubba Goobo. It's another alto. Returning. It is odd being here again after losing myself. I don't feel like part of this, and yet I feel like I am here for something. Odd. This restoration is not right. It's not that it's wrong, just that it will only rebuild, not restore. Rebuilding is about slicing and fixing on the outside. Rebuilt trees make fences and walls. Restoration is about growth and life on the inside. Restored trees make fruit and shade. She is making sure of that. The tree has begun to grow again. What is Dunny? What is this kingdom? I have read of Dunny the people. I have lived in Dunny the place. I have spoken Dunny the language. A kingdom is made of both life and belief. It is only real with both. Lives without belief is a kingdom of cards only waiting to fall. Belief without lives is a kingdom of dead only waiting to live. I know a little, but I only think I know more. I see a little, but I only think I see more. I understand a little, but I only think I understand more. I see a little, and I know I will find more. I can never know, see, and understand. I can only ever know, see, and understand more. I talked to too many people today, but I didn't really know them. How can I know other people? They are revealed only in their words and actions. I suppose only really in their actions. Words are easy. I talked to many people today. I am growing, and I am growing anxious. And I am growing weary, and I am growing closer, and I am growing up, and I am growing impatient, and I am growing leery, and I am growing wise, and I am growing less and less. My seeking feels like it comes to an end. Now I feel like I am called higher to become lower. I will find them again. They are calling me. I don't know why, but I will know when I find them. I remember what they showed me before, and I must find that again. I hear them even now calling me. She has she has heard them. I can't resist. I'm going. This is Phil's Relto. Yeah, that's kind of impressive. But this is not the hood that I was expecting.
Hello? Test? Test, Victor, are we on? Okay. Okay then. Hello, everyone. Hi. Thanks to Victor, we've gotten some additional Denis technology working. It should be quite useful in sending messages here from the Dakota to the numerous neighborhoods as one more way to keep you informed of how things are progressing. Let me begin by once again welcoming newcomers to Denis. We're very pleased to have you. I know I've spoken with a few of you in person, but to those of you I haven't met yet, welcome to the restoration. The DRC and restoration engineers have been working very hard to put things in order. As you've probably noticed, various areas of the island, Agura, have been opened over the past few weeks, with quite a bit more scheduled over the next few days, weeks, and months to come. We are also working on opening up several new ages. And what we know that many of you have been given access to ages that haven't gone through any kind of process yet. And we certainly do not encourage use of any unapproved books. But let's just say that with your safety uppermost in our minds, we're pushing to approve those ages just as quickly as we can. Oh, and several of you have asked what you can do to help with the restoration effort. As you may already know, the Denis keys have the ability to determine their precise location here in the cavern as well as in other ages. Much of this functionality is governed here in the cavern by the Great Zero. Victor has recently succeeded in getting portions of the Great Zero functioning again, but he tells me it still needs to be calibrated. We'll soon begin to focus on another island area, the ferry terminal and its associated docks. We actually had some restoration engineers do some diving, and they found a sunken boat that we hope to raise at a later date. Before that, however, we will inspect the docks and approve them for public access. Now, let's see. Yes, outside the cavern, Gahreesen continues to progress nicely. Victor's team has recently made some discoveries that will enable us to open up more of the interior space. The wall is what we call it. Members of our team are also working on another age that should be opened within the next few weeks. Perhaps we will post some pictures. I will end by addressing some peculiar events that have been occurring. Odd stones, books, cloths, and pages have been reported appearing from time to time. Rather than insist, probably unsuccessfully, that you not use these oddities, the DRC will for now simply wash its hands of any consequence arising from their use. In other words, if you use them, you do so at your own risk. We will continue to remove these artifacts if they're found, but so far that has proved fruitless. But, no. I'm sorry to say it this way, but anyone involved in the placing of these books will be banned from the cavern. But to end on a good note, thanks for all the continued help to all of you and patience as Denis slowly begins to grow again.
So that's ones, that's 25s, that's 25, 25s, and that's 25, 25, 25s. That's a lot of houses. Fire marbles! Thinking chamber. Let's register that now. The last group is leaving at 5. You are on your own after that. Victor Laxman. Victor Laxman will be organising any contact with on the surface. Write him if you wish. Goodbye. Dr. K. I wonder if that email address actually worked. It did work. Baba Goobo. Oh. These are all locations in the city. Which is handy for fleshing out my nexus. Which is a handy age. That's where I just was. But is Agura open? Okay, let's go back to Teledon. More shroomy artwork. More maps, calendar. Another slate. Ooh. Gahreesen. Let's change my clothes again. Back to what it was. Now, let's see if my rock is playing the game now. Nope. I don't think I can finish Gahreesen. If I can't land on that rock. No! Didn't want to fall off that one yet. Oh, something else up there. That's... Oh, apparently just the last journey in the tie-dye shirt. And now that I've got all the tuning cloths, activate the journey door.
Your journey has begun. You can't imagine how these small things affect the future, but someday you will. You will return. Many paths have brought me to this place. The path of my great-grandmother, bringer of destruction. The path of my grandfather, the rebuilder of pride. The path of my mother, writer of dreams. And of my father, my dear father, the caretaker of burdens. And I knew that at the end of such great paths must lay a great purpose. I returned to the cleft to find it. Cleft. The fissure in the desert, the wound in the earth, the path to things beneath the surface. It was there I sought to find my purpose. It was from there I came to know the dead underground city of Denis. These Denis people who are now gone came thousands of years ago to the shelter of the cavern to return to leastness. They found solace in their smallness in the dark. And so did I. But light is powerful in the darkness. Did you see the hidden caves and the cages? It is where the proud would keep the least. The least were only animals, after all. Animals that could blink. They could be put to work or play. They could ease the burden of the proud and fill their free time with entertainment. Quietly as Denis slept, their lives were taken because the proud make the rules. This wasn't the first time such a blasphemy was part of Denis. The histories whisper of it, like Fatuk the Acher or King Asimlef. And even in this age, it may not be the last. And now to these pillars. These 4 pillars around you are the very being of the Bahro. You must take them. They will bring a great treasure to Relto, your age, the island in the clouds. Relto will be their keeper for only a brief time.
I can't link. I must go swimming in the stars. One age complete. Okay. Definitely with somebody speaking in Dunny. Welcome to Bevan. For more information, go to the classroom. Definitely somebody speaking in Dunny. Not sure what that was saying. Pretty sure I heard the phrase Korvac. Which, truthfully saying, I can't quite remember if that is blank book or descriptive book or linking book. The DLC has your best interest. Dunny Restoration Console welcomes all new explorers. Remember, safety is number one. Cones and blockades are for your protection. Please mind the reconstruction. Please avoid drinking the lake water. DLC has your best interest in mind. Please only use approved linking books. Look for the stamp. Ugh. No, I'm not gonna have the prayer room this time. so many parts of this game that were never actually rendered. Because they were planning on expanding it. And this is my favorite place in all the city. There are so many things that I can't remember if it only has appeared in the online variant, which is called Myst Online Live again, aka Mola. Or if it is actually something that appears in this game, but still gonna check all those places. Even though there's a lot of nothing in here, still my favorite place. For this is the library. The Room of Kings. Very Dakota to Dakota Museum. Guildhall Palace. Concert Hall Library. So this is the museum. So we've come across 2 agents so far, which have not yet been added, which I've not yet had in this game or any of the others. Negulan, which is a Moolah age, and Nolaben, which is one that appears in the next game. Great Zero. Welcome to the Great Zero. You will notice a number of different areas to the Great Zero structure, as well as a number of various machines. We apologize for the great detail, but the structure and related mechanisms and systems are somewhat complicated. Antechamber. You are currently standing in the Great Zero antechamber. Excuse me. There you can see the Great Zero machinery through the window. Access to the Great Zero courtyard is not available directly from the antechamber. In order to access the plaza, you will need to upload 5 Great Zero markers, GZMs, into the Great Zero system and link into the plaza via your Nexus. Great Zero marker uploads. Great Zero markers, found in numerous locations throughout the cavern, are fairly easy to find and, by following a few easy steps, simple to upload into the system. 1. Once you have the key version 2.0 or higher, which you have if you have linked here by way of the Nexus, you still need to upgrade your key to retrieve the marker coordinates. This can be done easily by placing your key in the upload machine in this room. The first time a key is inserted, the system will enable your key to retrieve markers. If you see 5 faint coloured lights on your key, then you have properly enabled your key to retrieve markers. 2. Find Great Zero markers. They are located throughout the cavern in a variety of locations. Please note that markers can be in a large variety of places, not just the more common paths. However, be aware that these markers will not be visible unless they sense an upgraded key within 25 feet. 3. Before the point they are visible to the naked eye, as long as they are unobstructed view, the small light on your key will also begin to flash as an indicator. Once you see the GZM, you will need to touch it. You will know the GZM has been registered if one of your faint lights turns solid. Once you've found 5 Great Zero markers and have 5 solid lights to your key, you will need to return here to the antechamber and upload the GZMs into the system. You can use the same machine you used to initiate your key to do that. Great Zero Courtyard. Once you've uploaded 5 GZMs, you will find a new link in your Nexus. That link will take you to the Great Zero Courtyard, the central location of the Great Zero Neutrino Dispenser. 2. You will see another upload machine inside the courtyard, as well as a couple of doors toward the back of the room. Great Zero Calibration Center access. The Calibration Center access. The Calibration Center located beyond the courtyard cannot be accessed unless a key has registered more GZMs, more than the 5 that are needed to access the courtyard. Registering is done the same way as listed above. You will have a new set of faint lights. As GCMs are found, they will turn solid again. Once the second set of GZMs have been uploaded in either the courtyard or the antechamber, the doors leading to the calibration center will automatically open for you from that point forward. Great Zero Calibration Center. Most important to the calibration center are the 4 Great Zero machine units, GZMU, towards the back, as well as the calibration imager, CI. Once you've uploaded 20 GZ markers in upload machines in either the antechamber or the courtyard, you will be allowed access to the machines and the ability to find a new type of marker known as the calibration Great Zero marker. Calibration Great Zero markers. Once you've reached the Great Zero Calibration Center, your key only needs to finish the calibration process by synchronizing calibrations with the Great Zero itself. There are 4 machines that enable you to carry out the final task. You'll need to receive a coordinate from one of the 3 machines. The 4th is not yet available. And find the single marker at that coordinate. Similar to the earlier markers, it will only become visible when you have entered a certain radius. You will have to touch it. After you have found the first one, you'll have to return to the calibration center and insert your key into one of the machines. At that time, you will be able to read one of the 3 coordinates on your key. After the second, you'll be able to read 2. After the third, you'll be able to read 3. At that point, the 4th will become available. After you have found the 4th marker, your key will be calibrated. If the Great Zero has not been turned on, it will also be turned on. Is that true, Laxman? We obviously haven't tested this. And you're finished. Congratulations. We at the DLC hope that this document has provided you a better understanding of the key and Great Zero functionality. We also hope you realise how vital your success is to help calibrate our Great Zero. We appreciate your support greatly. Is this too mushy? It might be a little over the top. Again, thank you for visiting the Great Zero, and we appreciate your patience and support. Maxi. Maxi dog. You boys are starting to tell me that it's time for bed, are you? Is that what's up? Is that what's up? Is one of them ready? Yes, he's one of them already. Mwah. Yeah, this is Maxi. The floofy one. And the cuddly one. You want up to, Cyrus? Come on. Okay. 2 pups. 2 pups. Oh! It's 6, boy. It's not that cold. You're telling me it's tough good. I'm inclined to agree with you. Sorry. And Max. Can you hop down so I can save the game and come to it? They are happy boys. They are such happy boys. And it is definitely time for bed. For it is almost 1:15. That's... Oh no, no! I don't want to ban dragon. I don't want to do that. Now. Oh, definitely wasn't. It was a fumble as I was trying to get my phone out from the Gorilla Pod. That is why, but thankfully it did not. I was able to hit the cancel button. Now, I don't have anybody else online, and I couldn't spot anybody else that might... be worth raiding to. Oh well. Oh well. I'm going to call it a night here. Yeah. I was looking for one of our normal crew. But at the same time, don't really need to finish every stream with a raid, do we? Though it is fun. I will indeed. I will indeed get some good sleep in with the puppies. Although I do need to be up in about 6 hours to take Sid to daycare. Then I can have a bit more of a nap afterwards. Sounds good. Okay, well, thank you everybody for watching. And I apologise again for how late this stream was. Had so much issues getting the game running with OBS. But we got there in the end, and Cyrus has just come running in and he's pouring at me going, "Come on, Dad, come on, it's time for bed, come on, ah, oh, yes, hello, yes, he's coming from more countries. Oh, can you stop licking? No more licking, no more kisses. You wanted a toothbrush, didn't you? Yeah, you were sitting waiting for a toothbrush and I didn't come out. That's why you come in so eager. I just bit your tongue. Good boy. I'm going to take a quick note of the one thing that I did just think of then. Which is what the three symbols mean. Which I can tell you now before we head off to bed, but I'll probably mention it again at the next stream once I start hunting these markers down. So the first one is direction, the next one is distance, and the third one is elevation. It's all from the 0 point marker. So the 0 point marker on each of the edges is 0, 0, 0. And all coordinates and measurements are taken from those. So once I get that calibrated, then I can check out what the coordinate in that diary is. Okay. Good night, all. I will see thee upon my next stream, unless I catch you in one of yours in the meantime. Good night, and I'm waving again, and I've already put up the stream ends card. Ah well. Good night, and happy morning, afternoon, evening, whichever it is for you.